Hello everybody, this is 8th lecture on hydrogen atom. So today we are going to talk about orbital angular moment. Orbital angular moment of electron. So let's talk about some electron first. So when we say that electron it is moving around the nucleus in a closer orbit, then it is equivalent to a current carrying loop, and we know that the current loop gives rise to a magnetic field. So when we say that an electron it is moving around the nucleus and it is equivalent to current loop, then there is a magnetic field which is associated with electron motion, and therefore we will have a magnetic moment which is associated with the electron. Now, so we are going to talk about orbital magnetic moment of electron. So what is orbital magnetic moment? As I said, the associated magnetic moment of an electron. And why it is there? Because of its motion in orbit around the nucleus. So it is called as, that is why the name which is given is orbital magnetic moment. Now, you might have studied Ampere's theorem in your earlier class. According to Ampere's theorem, the magnetic moment it is equal to current times the area enclosed by the orbit. So it is product of basically current into area enclosed by the orbit, and the direction of this magnetic moment is perpendicular to the orbit. So now let us calculate how much is the orbital magnetic moment of the electron. Yeah. Hello everybody. So today we are going to talk about orbital magnetic moment, as I said. So we were here like from Ampere's theorem it follows that the magnetic moment is equal to current times the area enclosed by the orbit. So now when the electron it is moving around the nucleus, suppose period of revolution of electron it is capital T, and we know that what is current it is the rate of flow of charge. That means I is given by dq by dt, or charge upon time. Current is defined as charge upon time. So we know that charge of electron it is minus E, and here we have taken T as capital T. So when a electron is moving around the nucleus and period of revolution is T, then the current which flows it will be given by charge upon time, that is minus E by T. So minus E by T current flows through the current loop. Now let S be the area of the orbit. So orbital magnetic moment, according to Ampere's theorem, orbital magnetic moment it is current times the area. Current kitna hai? Minus E by T. And how much is the area? S. So suppose I take minus E here and S by T like this. So I'm getting minus E S upon T. Now, how do we define velocity? Velocity it is equals to distance upon time. So linear velocity it is equals to linear displacement upon time. Similarly, we can define aerial velocity. Aerial velocity it is area upon time. So S is area upon time, that gives us aerial velocity. So here mu L, that is magnetic moment, it is equals to minus E times aerial velocity. Suppose this is equation 1. Now this is suppose orbit of the electron in which it is moving, and it has the electron is moving from position A to position B, tracing an angle d theta here. Suppose this radius is r, so naturally this distance will be r into d theta. So suppose the electron goes from A to B in time, in small time dt, tracing angle d theta. Area traced in time dt it is given by, suppose I consider this as a triangle, then it will be half into base into height. So it is half r into r d theta, or it is given by half r square d theta. So aerial velocity VA it is half r square d theta upon dt, because aerial velocity it is area upon time. Area is this much. Area traced in time dt is this much. So aerial velocity we can write area, or here I will write VA is equals to area upon time. So half r square d theta it is the area, small area which is traced in small time or I can write dA upon dt. dA is half r square d theta, small area traced in small time dt. So I can write this. VA is equals to half r square d theta upon dt. You must be knowing that dx by dt we can write as x dot, dy by dt we can write as y dot, right? So I can write d theta by dt as theta dot. So aerial velocity is half r square theta dot. You all must also be knowing that angular momentum, formula for angular momentum, L is equals to I into omega. What is I? I is the moment of inertia. So it is mr square. And what is omega? Omega is the angular velocity. We know that linear velocity, it is dx by dt, and angular velocity, it is d theta by dt, because x is linear displacement, theta, it is angular displacement. So omega, it is d theta by dt. So I can write, instead of omega, I can write d theta by dt, which is nothing but theta dot. So that is how I have written here. Angular momentum is given by L is equals to mr square theta dot. So what is VA here? VA is given by, here only. Suppose I substitute here, if I want r to substitute r square theta dot. How much is r square theta dot? Here r square theta dot, it is equals to L upon m. If I substitute this value here, so I will get VA is equals to half into L by m. That is what I have written here. VA is equals to L upon 2m. So now what is the equation for mu L? Mu L हम लोगों ने क्या derive किया था? Mu L is equals to minus E into VA. What we got the value of VA? VA is L upon 2m. So ये दोनों values हम लोग यहाँ पे substitute करेंगे. So what I will get is mu L is equals to minus E into VA. VA की value है L upon 2m. So I'm getting mu L is equals to minus E upon 2m into L. So mu L, it is minus E upon twice m into L. This I have written in the vector form. Vector magnetic moment, it is minus E upon twice m, vector angular momentum. Now this equation shows that orbital magnetic moment is proportional to orbital angular momentum, and as we have negative sign here, that means both of them, they are oppositely directed to each other. And the ratio of magnetic moment to angular momentum, that means mu L upon L. If I divide mu L by L, I will get minus E by twice m. So the ratio of magnetic moment to the angular momentum of a system, it is called as gyromagnetic ratio. And for orbital motion, gyromagnetic ratio of the electron is minus E by twice m. It is represented as GL, and capital L, we know that it is under root of L into L plus 1 H cross. So mu L, it is given by minus E by twice m. I will substitute the value of L, that is L into L plus 1 H cross. So I can write it like this. Mu L is equals to minus EH cross by twice m under root L into L plus 1. This EH cross upon twice m, this EH cross upon 2m has dimensions of magnetic moment. It is a universal constant. Its value is 9.274 into 10 raised to minus 24 ampere meter square, and it is called as Bohr magneton, and it is written as mu b. This is very important, and it is used many times in many physics topics, so you should know this. So EH cross upon 2m has dimensions of magnetic momentum. It is a universal constant. Its value is this much, and it is called as Bohr magneton. So mu L is minus mu b L star, where L star, it is nothing but under root L into L plus 1. So L star represents under root L into L plus 1. In the later part, we will also study S star, it is written as under root S into S plus 1, or J star, it is written as J into J plus 1. So always remember this, okay? So mu L is equals to minus mu b L star. H atom placed in external magnetic field acquires energy. So whenever a hydrogen atom, it is placed in external magnetic field, acquires energy, and this magnetic energy which is acquired, it is given by E magnetic into minus mu L dot B. Now this problem is mostly asked, this we have already studied, but how it is asked in the problem form. What is Bohr magneton, and calculate its value. So how we will define Bohr magneton? Bohr magneton, basically it is a unit of magnetic moment which is used in atomic systems. Bohr magneton, it is a unit of magnetic moment which is used in atomic systems, and the formula is mu b is equals to EH cross upon 2m. We know that H cross, it is nothing but H upon 2 pi. So if I substitute the value of H cross here, I will get this formula. Mu b is equals to EH upon 4 pi m. We know that E, it is charge of electron. Its value is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. H is Planck's constant. Its value is 6.62 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule per second, sorry. And m is mass of electron, whose value is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. If I substitute all these values over here in this formula, E, H, 4, pi is 3.14, and m, the value comes out to be this, 9.27 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule per Weber per meter square. Because see, look at this formula. What is mu b here? What is the unit of mu? Mu, it is E upon B. So energy ka unit joule, and this B ka unit, it is Weber per meter square. So that is how you can write the unit. So mu b, it is 9.27 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule per Weber per meter square. So that's all about the orbital magnetic moment of electron. Thank you so much.